Right.
It's thousands of churches throughout Chicago. You will never hear God's laws taught.
Teach. Do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore.
You may say, I ain't got my daughter prostituting. When you allow your daughter to come outside half naked, that's prostituting.
Bring it out.
When you allow her to go to prom, that's prostituting.
Teach.
When you allow her to have a boyfriend, that's prostituting.
Right. Teach.
God said, let the young women marry. But today's society, you know what today's society say? Let them live free.
Bring it out.
Let them be free spirits.
Teach.
How has that helped the black and Hispanic community? We are high in teen pregnancy.
Right.
We are high in single parent households.
Right.
How has that helped us? I'm asking y'all.
They don't listen.
They don't listen, but that ain't helped us. We need God's commandments.
That's right.
This needs to be taught in every family, every household. Read on.
What you think of? So you just celebrated Juneteenth? Oh, praise, man. So I got a question.
Hey,
are we free as a people?
We out here to teach the 12 tribes of Israel the true gospel.
I understand we have to celebrate
Blacks, Hispanics,
something.
and Native Americans are
They're
the
trying to give us
Israelites.
some type of hope.
Hey,
but
you
at the
already
end
know
of the
what
day,
to do.
Juneteenth
Like,
is still not a
share, and
freedom day.
subscribe right now.
Right. So we're trying to show people how to get actual freedom out of the scriptures to show that Christ is dealing with the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Americans, and he's going to save those people.
We curse. Deuteronomy 28. I'll read that first.
First, I'm talking about the black people in Africa. I'm
One
not
thing
talking
at
about
a
the
time,
Israelites.
because remember,
okay, right. I just want to
the black people in Africa, the only ones that went through this slavery is the Israelites.
That's right. No. When they went to Africa and took
They stole Israelites.
those
Watch
were
this.
Israelites in Africa.
Yes, it was.
Okay,
Watch
okay,
this.
go ahead. I didn't know that.
Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 3. Bring it out.
A lot. Listen,
The ox knoweth his owner.
because Mr. Howard said, why do we as a people, we don't know our identity. We don't know where we come from. He said when he read things, when he apply for jobs, or to get some type of benefit, it say colored, it say black. Why is that? We don't have a God. Why is that? Read.
The ox knoweth his owner.
God is comparing a group of people, the Israelites, to animals. He said, what about an ox?
The ox knoweth his owner.
The ox know where he come from. Read.
And the ass his master's
A
crib.
donkey know where he come from. Read.
But Israel.
But who?
Israel.
But who?
Israel.
Israel, read.
Doeth not know.
Israel does not know. The people on this sign right here, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans don't know who they are. People walking up and down Howard, you ask them where they come from, they say, I'm black.
Teach.
Some will say, oh, I'm from Haiti. I'm from Antigua. I'm from Barbados. Those are your places of slavery. But where do you come from? You say Africa. It's over 56 countries in Africa. Where you come from? The Bible got the answer. These people on this sign don't know where they come from. That is part of the curse. That's why you don't know who you are. That's why I feel like we got a foot on our neck. Because there is divine intervention stopping us, holding us back. Why? Because we don't do what God said. Let's get into the curse. Deuteronomy 28 verse 15. Now, somebody had Babylon Timbuktu read that. Now this was about the men, the women, and the children that they took from Africa. They didn't take dumb people from Africa. I know that's what they tell us in school. They took Negroes with loincloths, look like Tarzan. No, this is who they took from Africa. Read that.
This is the From Babylon to Timbuktu by Rudolph R. Windsor, page 90. The black Jews had an advantage over the African tribes.
Now here's what they don't tell you. There are Shemites in Africa, the people of Shem, which is who the Israelites come from, and there are Hamites, which is the Africans. Everybody that's black ain't the same people. Everybody that's of pigmentation ain't the same people.
Teach.
Everybody that you go to, you do business with, just because they dark like you don't mean y'all the same race.
Bring it out.
Read.
They carried their culture, history, laws, and written records with them.
So when we was in Africa, before this happened to us, we carried our laws, history, and records. What is that? The Bible.
That's right.
That's what we had on us.
Teach.
Read.
This assured them a constant precedent for the development of a higher social organization.
That helped us develop a higher social organization. When you hear about Ghana, the kings in Ghana, when you hear about kings in Nigeria, that was us. That was the Israelites. We were those kings in Ghana. We were those kings in Nigeria, Sierra Leone. We was the ones on the Gold Coast that built up all them civilizations all over them. Read.
Because of the stability of the black Jewish culture, the Jews were not absorbed into the autochthonous population.
Meaning, the original inhabitants of that land, Africa, we weren't absorbed into their group. Because we was different. We had a different way of life. We walk different. We talk different. We got certain culture about us that they don't have.
Bring it out.
That's why when you come across a real African, he don't deal with you the same way. You understand? He know that y'all not the same. We got put on the boats. They helped put us on the boat. Because we not the same people. Read.
In fact, the Jews absorbed some of the native tribes. The Jews made use of every opportunity. They were the industrious and skillful people.
We was industrious and skillful. This is leading somewhere. It's telling you about the people that they took into slavery. Read.
In the Jewish Ghanaian states were found kings, princes, governors, generals, secretaries, treasurers, revenue agents, judges, architects, engineers, doctors, historians.
Do you hear that? You hear all the skills we had? That's the skills that we had before they took us. So when you have people like, let's talk about black inventors. When you talk about Tunis, you ever heard of Tunis? His name was Tunis. You ever heard of Benjamin Banneker? You ever heard of Garrett Morgan? Those are men that built stuff here in America. Why do you, sir. Mr. Howard, I'll let you speak a long time.
Go ahead.
This is your answer.
I understand everything you say.
You gotta listen. Read.
Language interpreters, mathematicians, jewelers, sculptors, masons, carpenters, painters of art, goldsmiths, leatherworkers, potters, armorers, saddlers, blacksmiths, agriculturalists, etc.
You can stop there. That's why when we came over here, we did the same thing. It told you we was already industrious when we was on the west coast of Africa. So when we came over here, even though they put us in bad conditions, we still was building stuff. We still was elevating. Now, here's the curse. Mr. Howard, this is what you got to understand. You got to be able to listen. I let you speak a long time.
I understand what you're saying about that.
Here's the curse. That's good. I want you to understand.
Well, go ahead, speak.
Now I need you to listen. Deuteronomy 28:15.
Deuteronomy.
With all of that, you might say, okay, we had all these skills. We did this, we did that. Why are we still at the bottom? This is what I need y'all to listen to. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15.
My Lord of Rogers Park. You want to know why we still on the bottom? Why are we strung out? Why is it no matter what we do, it seems like we run into a brick wall? This is why.
Read. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
If you don't listen to the Lord, your God, there is one God. He's your God. He's my God. The people on this sign, the blacks, Hispanics, the Native Americans, and the diaspora in Africa, in the islands. He's our God. He's not everybody's God.
That's right.
So everything he say in his Bible, he expects you to do because you're his people.
That's
y'all
right.
Understand that? Read.
To observe, to do all his commandments.
Do some?
All his commandments.
We were supposed to do all God's commandments.
Right.
Not some, not the ones that we feel like doing or what we like. We were supposed to do every commandment he gave us in the beginning. Read.
And his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses,
all these what?
Curses,
these what?
Curses,
what?
Curses, shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
You break my rules that I'm giving you, all these curses gonna come upon you.
Now,
is this in the Bible? Yes, it is. The transatlantic slave trade. That's in the Bible. Read that. Deuteronomy 28:68. That's in the Bible. Moses said that this would happen. We didn't believe him, and it happened. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68.
Read.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
When we left Egypt, we walked out. We didn't go back to that country again when you read the history. So what is he saying? We gonna go back into them same conditions. What was the conditions of the Israelites in Egypt? Slaves. So he said you gonna go back into slavery. Now what? Read that one more time.
Sure.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
You telling me this is a coincidence? You can't make this up. You can't fabricate this.
Right.
He said this would happen 2,000 years ago, and then it happened. The Bible is a real book, brother.
That's right.
This ain't for play.
Teach. Right.
So if Moses prophesied slave ships happen, what make you think destruction ain't gonna happen to this place?
Bring it
World
out.
War III ain't gonna happen. The Bible talk about things being burned to smithereens.
Teach.
That's going to happen as well.
That's right.
But we talking about the curse. That's why we was cursed. We broke all the commandments that God gave us. So we went into slavery on slave ships. What else happened? Read on.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
We didn't see Egypt no more again. Read.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
What will happen to us?
Ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Did blacks and Hispanics get sold into slavery?
Right. Teach.
That's history. You can. It's a library down there on Ashland. You can go in there and look that up.
Right.
We got sold into slavery.
Right.
Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
Right.
That's not no coincidence. You think he freestyled that? How's he talking about the slave ship? Then you get off the slave ship and you get sold.
Bring
That's
it out.
history.
That's right.
Read.
For bondmen,
For what?
bondmen,
Slave men. Read.
and bondwomen,
Slave women.
and no man shall buy you.
No man shall redeem you. That's what buy means in that verse. No man shall redeem you. We had Nat Turner, Gabriel Prosser. We had Wolf Robe. He was a Native American chief.
Right.
You had Geronimo.
Bring it up.
You had all these men rise up and they couldn't deliver the whole nation out of slavery
That's
because
right.
we are under that curse.
Teach.
The way we break the curse is by keeping God's commandments.
That's right.
Joshua 1 and 8.
Bring it
You
out.
want to know how to break the curse? You want to know how the curse gonna be lifted? Keep God's commandments.
That's right.
Read that. Joshua 1 and 8.
The book of Joshua, chapter 1 and verse 8.
And tell
Bring
me,
it out.
you know something that you always see with the Israelites? I'm calling you your God-given name. I'm not gonna just say black, Hispanic, Native just to get your attention. You are an Israelite.
That's right.
You know what you see with the Israelites all the time? Rebellion.
Teach.
Don't want to listen to nothing.
Right.
Read.
This is the book of the law. I'm sorry. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth.
This book here, the Bible, we supposed to speak the word of God.
That's
It's
right.
supposed to be in our conversation.
Bring it
Read.
out. But thou shalt meditate therein day and night.
This what you supposed to meditate in. We want to meditate into all these other things,
Teach.
religions, doctrines, motivational speech.
Bring it out.
God said, meditate in my word.
That's
Read.
right. That thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein.
You need to do everything that's written therein.
Right.
And it's
Right.
possible. You can do it. You know who did it first? Jesus Christ.
That's
The
right.
Messiah.
Right.
He did it first. Read.
For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous.
Uh-huh.
And then thou shalt have good success.
That's how you gonna have success. That's how the curse gonna be broken.
Right.
You must keep God's commandments.
That's right.
Y'all done heard enough history.
Teach.
Now I want to get into some commandments.
That's right.
Here's a commandment right here. Can we sleep around? Hell no. But you better believe that go on up and down Howard.
Bring it out.
The way our sisters is dressed since we've been standing out here, you better believe prostitution go on out
Right.
here.
Teach.
Give me Hebrews 13 and 4.
Bring it out.
Matter of fact, Leviticus 19, 29.
There you go.
These are the
Bring it out,
commandments that we did not keep. That's why this happened to us. This didn't happen because we weren't strong, brothers. This happened because we broke God's commandments.
That's right.
Think about it. All these other races, we used to put them under our feet.
Teach. Right.
We used to rule them with an iron fist.
Right.
Do you understand? When you read about the Dark Ages, that was black men that ruled the earth.
Bring it out.
Right. We had them in fear. On this side of the earth, the Aztecs, the Mayans, the Incas, the Native Americans, the Seminoles
Teach.
ruled this whole landmass.
That's right.
When that white man came over here trying to conquer, he was getting his behind whooped at first.
Bring it out.
So how did we lose our strength? Because we did not keep God's commandments.
Right.
That's what we trying to bring you back to. All the history don't matter if you're not going to do what God said.
Teach.
Read.
Leviticus chapter 19, verse 29.
This is what we're supposed to be following right here. You never hear this in church.
Right.
It's thousands of churches throughout Chicago. You will never hear God's laws taught.
Teach. Do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore.
You may say, I ain't got my daughter prostituting. When you allow your daughter to come outside half naked, that's prostituting.
Bring it up.
When you allow her to go to prom, that's prostituting.
Teach.
When you allow her to have a boyfriend, that's prostituting.
Teach.
God said, let the young women marry. But today's society, you know what today's society say? Let them live free.
Bring it up.
Let them be free spirits.
Teach.
How has that helped the black and Hispanic community? We are high in teen pregnancy.
Right.
We are high in single parent households.
Right.
How has that helped us? I'm asking y'all.
They don't listen.
They don't listen, but that ain't helped us. We need God's commandments.
That's right.
This needs to be taught in every family, every household. Read on.
Do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore. Lest the land fall to whoredom.
Lest the land fall to whoredom. If you allow your daughter to be in whoredom, what's going to happen? You're going to have babies all over the place. You're going to have STDs. Who have STDs? We are.
Teach.
You know why? Because this ain't taught.
Bring it out.
God got simple rules to follow.
See, I don't have a daughter. I'm an uncle.
But you got nieces and nephews, right?
Right.
They need to learn this.
Right. That's right.
People be talking about how the kids is messed up. They messed up because they not being taught.
See.
That's who's going to step up and teach them.
Right.
Psalms 94:16.
Bring
What
it
if they
out.
don't got no parents?
Bring it out.
There's a lot of fatherless parents out here.
Right.
A lot of these young boys you see with their hat cocked, they walk around with their pants sagging, they ain't have nobody.
Bring it out.
We know because some of us come from that same
Bring
life.
it out. Right.
So the ones that's lost, the ones that's fatherless, who's gonna step up and help them?
Teach.
Watch this, read.
Psalms.
Why you
chapter
ponder on that? Why you think about that, sir? Read.
Psalms chapter 94 and verse 16.
It's a lot of motivational speakers. It's a lot of people that gather together to make them some content and all this on YouTube. But who gonna deal with these young men that's full of anger, that's full of rage, that need guidance? Who gonna do it? Read.
Who will rise up for me against the evildoer?
God is saying, who gonna rise up for me against the evildoer?
That's right.
You been here how long? 72 years? That's 72 years worth of life that you can share with them because you've been there and you've done that.
Bring it out.
If you care about your people, you're going to learn what we giving you right here. You're going to fix yourself and you're going to get to this youth.
That's
Because we
right.
tired of our brothers dying. We tired of our brothers walking around with ski masks saying they YNs. We're tired of it. That's why we come on Rogers Park. That's why we come on Howard. That's why we all through here.
Right.
You understand? We need God's law.
That's right.
This is the answer. That's how you break the curse. Keep God's commandments.
That's right.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.